If you still call them divas at this point, they'll probably snap your neck. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 WWE Women's Wrestlers of 2019. For this list, we'll be ranking the most consistent and improved WWE superstars from the women's roster, specifically those that have shined in 2019. We'll also be taking into account their overall accomplishments while omitting NXT and NXT UK superstars for another list. Additionally, we'll be skipping over fantastic wrestlers such as Kairi Sane, who we think need to be booked better to truly highlight their talent for the WWE audience. Seriously, Kairi, I love you. Number 10, Nikki Cross. Nicola Glenn Cross should be commended for believably delivering the lunacy, which is her unpredictable WWE persona, Nikki Cross. She went all in with her gimmick, getting over with the NXT universe before making the jump to WWE's main roster in 2018. Granted, Nikki suffered a slow start, together with her former teammates of Sanity, but her determination eventually earned dividends, pairing her with Alexa Bliss to hover around the women's main event scene. Although Cross continues playing second fiddle to Bliss, we're hoping that a headline push is in the cards for 2020, as Nikki has proven time and time again that she has what it takes to shine. Number 9, Sasha Banks. Okay, so we know the boss, Sasha Banks, is currently MIA from WWE TV, thanks to her apparent dissatisfaction with how her character has been treated. Still, we can't ignore all that the boss has done over the years as she waits out the expiration of her contract. Banks ruled the NXT roster alongside her fellow four horsewomen, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch and Bayley, putting on a series of 5-star classics with the latter, which will stand the test of time. Her time on the WWE's main roster was equally impressive, having earned the women's title strap on multiple occasions. Sure, Banks may not have exactly been great at defending said belt, but that doesn't take anything away from her talent in the squared circle. Number 8, Lacey Evans. She may be the new kid on the block, and she may be greener than Kermit the Frog lying on fresh-cut grass, but Lacey is still a star. Or at least the WWE seems to think so, as this former Marine has shot right up to the upper echelons of the women's division. Some have criticised Evans' tentative performance in the ring, but we have to commend the sassy Southern Belle at her commitment to kayfabe, never breaking character, even as she learns on the job against the likes of Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And honestly, we think it's only a matter of time before that green washes away and reveals some solid gold in the years to come. Number 7, Alexa Bliss. Injuries and concussion issues sidelined WWE's resident goddess for much of the last months of 2018, right on through the early part of the following year. Since then, Bliss has been off and on as an interview host and in-ring competitor, all the while continuing her streak as one of the company's most magnetic female personalities. Bliss may not excel at technical wrestling or deliver promos with the confidence of Dwayne Johnson, but Alexa nevertheless delivers the goods week in and week out at a level much higher than many of her contemporaries. We think that a main event babyface run might be a good way to take her character to the next level in 2020. Time will tell. Number 6, the Iconics. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are far stronger together than they ever were apart. Both sports entertainers toiled in the NXT mid-card as singles competitors, never really gaining enough steam to jump ship to the company's main roster. Their combined forces proved to be the missing key to their success, however, as the Iconics have become the WWE's resident Mean Girls, a snickering and obnoxious heel duo whose in-ring skill is definitely second to their bravado. We honestly like Billie and Peyton's loud antics and intentionally grating promos, as it both hides their weaknesses as performers while simultaneously enhancing their position as the cowardly tag team champions for the SmackDown Live Blue brand. Number 5, Asuka. Okay, so we realize Asuka hasn't exactly had the best 2019 thus far, at least compared to her godly run as the undefeatable NXT Women's Champion. As my personal number 1 choice for the list, however, we're going to include her simply thanks to her laundry list of incredible accomplishments and overwhelming talent. Her winning streak may have ended at WrestleMania 34, but it's still worthy of mention right next to Goldberg and The Undertaker. Plus, her Royal Rumble win and SmackDown Women's Championship run were good ways to run through 2017 and 18. We just wish her tag team with Kairi Sane would gain some momentum, so as to recapture some of that Asuka magic in 2020. Number 4, Bayley. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that the boss is MIA. At least now Bayley is getting booked better, are we right? Truthfully, we're glad that Bayley has moved past hugs and streamers to embrace a babyface role that, for once, doesn't revolve around being stupid or gullible. Instead, her win at Money in the Bank 2019 and subsequent cash-in was a legitimately badass feel-good moment for her character. Today, Bayley feels more like the wrestler she was in NXT, and less so the second fiddle she was in the Boss and Hug connection. Here's hoping that this wave of good fortune continues for Bayley into next year. Number 3, Ronda Rousey. What can we say about Rowdy Ronda Rousey that hasn't already been said? She took pro wrestling like a duck to water, showing none of the hesitancy or tentative nature that normally defines someone entering pro wrestling from another sport. Instead, Ronda dominated from her in-ring debut at WrestleMania 34 right on through her first defeat a year later at the same show of shows. Sure, she may have had her ups and downs as a character, and her promo work was never really any good, but for sheer physicality, Rousey simply made it look so easy. We're betting that when she returns from her current hiatus, it'll be as a big, bruising, and unstoppable heel, and we can't wait. Number 2, Charlotte Flair. Love her or hate her, Charlotte Flair will never be too far away from the main event scene. She's earned every bit of her success as well, honing her craft in NXT before arriving on the WWE Women's roster as what good old JR might call a blue chipper, a superstar draftee destined for success. Flair already had a career to die for as a multi-time Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, competing alongside her fellow 4 horsewomen for the company's top prizes. Flair is lacking gold right now, but we don't think that this is going to last very long, so don't be too surprised if Charlotte has another kick-ass year in 2020. Before we reveal our top pick, here's some honorable mentions. Not quite at the end yet, almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1, Becky Lynch. What female pro wrestler could possibly compete with the man in 2019? The answer, no one. Becky Lynch was straight fire all year, an unstoppable force which captured the hearts and minds of the WWE Universe. Booked perfectly as both the put-upon underdog and an all-conquering Stone Cold-esque ass-kicker, Lynch could simply do no wrong. Becky has been going full steam since SummerSlam 2018, towing the anti-hero line for all it's worth, while also delivering her usual excellence in the squared circle. Her winner-take-all victory at WrestleMania 35 was particularly sweet, a once-in-a-lifetime snapshot of the WWE's women's division justifiably taking center stage at the showcase of the Immortals. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.